Good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT, where we spend 15 minutes helping you create a daily movement habit. Today we're going to go over hips, shoulders, and spines. We've got a lot to cover. We're going to start off in our quadruped position, and we're going to add a new type of hip car in. We haven't gone over this in previous classes. We're going to do a hip car from this position. I'm going to demonstrate really quickly. We're going to pull the knee to the chest, abduct, internally rotate, coming into extension and back down and reverse. So it's the same movements. We're going to go a little bit faster with this one. You're going to find it's challenging to come into abduction. We're going to try to keep our pelvis in place as we just move the hip. Okay, we'll do 3 each side. So starting off, pulling your knee to your chest, opening up into abduction, internally rotating, trying to draw a circle with that knee, coming up into extension, and then back down, and reverse, press the knee back. We're going to externally rotate, trying to carve out a line to the side, coming up into hip flexion, returning to midline, knees together. That's 1. We'll go again. Flexion, abduction, internal rotation, coming around into extension, knees together, and reverse, extension, squeeze the glute, carving around, pulling that knee as high as we can, return to midline, knees together, and again, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, coming into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, external rotation, pulling the knee as high as you can, return to midline, knees together. So this one, in this quadruped position, focuses on external rotation. You'll notice external rotation is harder than internal rotation. Whereas when we're lying on our side, internal rotation is harder than external rotation. So flipping over to the other side, starting off, pulling our knee to our chest in flexion, opening up, that's abduction, internally rotating, extending, coming to midline, knees together, and reverse, extend, externally rotating, carving that knee around, pull it high, return to midline, knees together, and going again, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, pressing that knee up, squeezing the glute, carving that out into external rotation, pull the knee high, return to midline, knees together, and one more time here. Flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension, adduction, knees together, and reverse with extension, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. Next, we're going to stay in our quadruped position, and we're going to do some spine rotation. So from this position, we're going to take our arm and we're going to reach through. As you reach through, I want you to press into this hand to really use the ground as leverage, looking up and getting as much rotation out of your spine as possible. Here we go. We're going to do 5 reps. Reaching through, pressing into the floor, using that as leverage and looking up, and coming back. That's 1. Reaching through, press into the ground, look up. That's 2. Again. 3. Pressing into the ground, looking up. That's 4. One more time. Reach as far as you can. Press into the ground, look up, and 5. We'll go to the other side. I'll let you see it from this angle. reaching through, press into the ground, and look up. That's one. We're going to use our breath on this one. Deep breath in, reach, exhale as you press down, and feel that spine open up as you empty the lungs. Again, this is number 3. Reach, press, look up, exhale. Again, this is 4. One more time, deep breath in. And 5. We're going to go right to another spine exercise. Coming down on our side. We're going to pull those knees up so we have 90 degrees at our hips. This is going to lock our pelvis in place. Taking our hands, and we're going to reach and drop that arm to the ground. As you reach, the head guides the spine, so I want you to look at your hand the entire time. Here we go. Opening up. Trying to get that shoulder onto the ground, keeping the knees together and on the ground. Exhale. And coming back. Deep breath in. Look at your hand as you come around. Exhale. Just trying to get that shoulder to the ground. And coming back. Again, your knees are going to stay together and on the ground. This is number 3. We're going to do 5. Coming back. Again. One more time. You should notice you get lower every time. Deep breath in. Reaching back, looking at the hand. Exhale. Excellent. And we'll flip over to the other side. I'll come to this side so you can see it from another angle. Hands clasped together. Knees nice and high. Here we go. Exhale. Opening up, looking at that hand. And back. Again, deep breath in. Look at the hand. Exhale. So open up that spine. And coming back. Inhale. Exhale. Opening up. Good, we got 2 more. Inhale. Coming around, knees high. And 1 more. Deep breath in. Coming around. Good. Okay, we're going to stay in our quadruped position and we're going to do our shoulder CARs from this position. So from here, I'll demonstrate. We haven't done this one in previous classes. We are going to come up into flexion, carving around, internally rotating, coming into extension, and then down, and then reversing. So we're going to draw a half circle as we do this. We're going to do 3 each side. Make a fist, elbows straight, coming up, high as you can. We'll carve out and around, trying to get that fist up as high as possible. You're going to start internally rotating here, pointing that bicep towards the floor, keeping that fist high, coming around behind the back before we come down, and reverse. Extension, rotating that bicep up now to external rotation, keeping that fist high as we come into flexion, and down. Again, flexion, coming up and around, keeping that fist high, internally rotating now. Rotate that bicep down as we come around into extension, and down, and reverse. Extension, external rotation, keeping that fist high, come up overhead, and then down. One more time. Coming out and around, rotating that bicep down towards the ground, coming up into extension and down, and then reverse. Extension, high as you can first, then externally rotate, coming up and around, and down. I'll flip over to the other side. Make a fist, arm is straight, coming up into flexion, out and around, internally rotating, coming up nice and high into extension, and down to our side, and reverse, extension, external rotation, bicep up, coming as high as you can, overhead, and down. Again, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, coming around into extension, down to our side, and reverse, extension, external rotation, coming up and around, biceps pointed up, and down. One more time here. High as you can, coming up and around, internally rotating into extension, down to our side, and reverse, extension, external rotation, coming overhead and down. Excellent. Next, we're going to go into our butterfly position. So with this, we're going to bring those heels nice and close. Grab onto your toes. We're just going to take a couple deep breaths here. As you breathe, I want you to press those knees down. Chest up tall. Exhale, let those knees come down. And again, deep breath in. Exhale. Let those knees relax. Okay, we're going to grab onto our ankles. We're going to take our elbows. We're going to press down into our thighs. Press down till you feel a really good stretch. Chest up nice and tall, and you're going to pull your thighs against your elbows. There's not going to be any movement here. We're going to pull for 3 seconds, and then we'll relax. When you relax, I want you to let your knees drop. We should notice that every rep we do, those knees will get lower and lower. Okay, grabbing onto the ankles. Press the thighs down, and then pull up against those elbows. Safest, greatest effort. And relax. Let the knees drop down, chest up. Now pressing into those thighs again and pulling up against your elbows. Safest, greatest effort. And relax. You can adjust if needed. And pulling up again. And relax. We got 2 more. Deep breath in. Pull up against those elbows. And relax. Just let those knees sink down. One more time here. Deep breath in. Pull up against the elbows. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to grab onto the toes, and we're going to floss. Coming up and back down. We'll do 5 of those. That's 1. Coming up. Going as low as you can. It's 2. Up. Back down. Back down. It's 4. And 1 more. Up. And back down. That's 5. Give your legs a quick shake here. And then we're going to go back, we're going to go into our thoracic spine CARs. Kneeling down, again, if this is uncomfortable, put a pillow underneath your hips. You can do this seated in a chair as well. We're just going to do 2 in each direction. We've gotten more rotation now, so I really want you to focus on getting that new rotation range. Here we go. dropping down into flexion, rotating as far as you can, dropping that shoulder down into lateral flexion, extending up, rotating to the other side far as you can, dropping down, coming back around in front, back to neutral. Again, flexion, rotation, lateral flexion, extension, rotation, lateral flexion, back around in front. We're going to go 2 in the other direction now. Flexion, rotation as far as you can, turn those shoulders, drop the shoulder down into lateral flexion, extend up, rotate to the other direction, dropping that shoulder down to the side, back around in front, coming back to neutral. One more time. Flexion, rotation, lateral flexion, extension, rotation, lateral flexion, back around in front. We're going to finish off with one more exercise. This is with our shoulders. We're going to come into this position. We're going to make a fist, and it's going to be just like a shoulder press. All we're going to do is come up, all the way, and back down. We're going to do 5 reps of this. Make a fist, pull the elbows back, reaching up, creating as much tension as possible, straighten those elbows overhead, and back down. Pulling those elbows back as we come down, creating as much tension as possible. Back up. Down, nice and slow. Again, coming up. Straightening those elbows, reach, reach, reach. Back down, high tension. Got 2 more. Coming up. Reach, reach, reach. Coming down. And one more time here. Up. Straightening the elbows. And back down. Excellent. And that is another class of morning mobility with NATEFIT. Thank you for joining. Again, if you enjoyed the class, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section. Share the link with a family or friend. And I will see you tomorrow morning.